Welcome to IELTS Symphony. Today we will look at the last part of the speaking test. Speaking part 3 is where your real speaking skills are tested. It's typically longer, deeper, and more analytical than the part 1. So how do you handle it confidently? Let's break it down step by step. What is speaking part 3? Part 3 is the follow-up discussion. The examiner asks a few questions related to the topic from part 2. The examiner usually asks 4 to 6 questions, but the number may vary depending on how long your responses are, how much time is left in the total 11-15 minute interview, and how naturally the conversation flows. The questions are deeper and more abstract, often focusing on opinions, comparisons, and justifications. This is the sample cue card question was asked to a candidate. Now, the examiner is going to ask some additional questions based on the topic given in the cue card. Let's explore a sample IELTS speaking part 3 session based on the topic of hobbies.
Why do people need hobbies in their lives?
I believe hobbies are essential because they provide a healthy balance between work and relaxation. In today's fast-paced lifestyle, people are constantly under pressure, and having a hobby allows them to de-stress and feel productive in a non-work related way. For instance, someone who enjoys painting might find it mentally soothing, while someone else might use exercise as a hobby to stay physically fit. Overall, hobbies support both mental and emotional well-being.
This is a fantastic start. The speaker gives a clear opinion immediately and follows it with a well-developed explanation. Notice the balanced structure, reason, 2 examples, and a concluding statement. Vocabulary, such as mentally soothing and non-work related, is both natural and precise. Overall, this is a textbook Band 8 Plus response.
Do people's hobbies change as they get older?
Yes, absolutely. When people are younger, hobbies are often influenced by energy levels and social trends, like skateboarding or gaming. But as people age, their preferences often shift towards calmer or more meaningful activities. For example, someone who loved adventure sports in their 20s might develop an interest in gardening or reading in their 40s. Factors like life stages, responsibilities, and physical ability all play a role in shaping the hobbies we choose over time.
Again, a confident opening followed by thoughtful reasoning. The candidate shows insight by linking hobbies to life stages and energy levels, a more analytical angle. The contrast between youth and older age is clearly presented, making the response coherent and reflective. Lexical choices like preferences shift and calmer activities add to the fluency.
Are there any hobbies that are considered more suitable for one gender than the other in your country?
Traditionally, yes, though these ideas are changing quickly. In many cultures, including mine, activities like sewing or cooking were once considered feminine hobbies, while things like playing football or fishing were seen as masculine. However, today, it's now common to see women joining hiking groups or learning martial arts, and men taking up baking or yoga. I think this is a positive shift because hobbies should be based on interest, not gender expectations.
This response demonstrates strong critical thinking. The speaker acknowledges cultural stereotypes but moves beyond them, showing awareness of social change. Vocabulary like blurring lines and gender expectations is advanced yet used naturally. This answer also touches on cultural insight, a subtle but valuable addition in part 3.
How has technology affected the way people spend their free time?
Technology has dramatically changed how we engage with hobbies these days. Many people now pursue digital hobbies like editing videos, playing online games, or even learning new skills through YouTube or mobile apps. While this increases access and variety, it also means that people might spend more time indoors and less time doing physical or social activities. Personally, I think a balance between online and offline hobbies is ideal.
Here, the speaker successfully connects the topic with a global trend. They offer specific examples, editing videos, learning through apps, and also include a thoughtful reflection on potential downsides. This demonstrates balance and flexibility of opinion, both of which are signs of higher band performance.
Do you think it's important for children to be encouraged to have hobbies?
Definitely. Hobbies help children discover their interests, develop discipline, and build confidence. A child who plays a musical instrument or learns to draw is not only improving a skill but also learning patience and creativity. In fact, hobbies can help children manage stress better and reduce their dependence on screens. So, parents and schools should encourage a variety of activities from a young age.
This is an excellent example of how to structure a persuasive response. The answer includes a clear stance, multiple benefits, and a relevant real-world example. Expressions like develop useful skills and healthy alternative to screen time reflect strong lexical resource and topical awareness.
Should schools include more hobby-based activities in the curriculum?
Yes, I strongly support that idea. Education should focus on holistic development, not just academics. When schools include art, music, drama, or physical education as part of the curriculum, students are more engaged and better able to explore their interests. Moreover, these hobby-based subjects can sometimes lead to careers or lifelong passions. Unfortunately, in many places, these areas are still undervalued compared to traditional academic subjects.
This is a confident and well-rounded closing response. The phrase holistic development shows precise vocabulary, and the point about stress reduction is very relevant. The candidate also expands the idea to future potential, suggesting hobbies could lead to careers, which is exactly the type of depth Part 3 requires. As you've seen, this speaker consistently demonstrates fluency, clarity, and well-supported ideas, all key to scoring band 8 or higher in Part 3. If you want to improve like this, remember, don't just answer, analyze, expand, and give real-world examples. To get more tips and tricks to achieve a higher band in the IELTS speaking test, connect with us and subscribe to IELTS Symphony.